Like. Never get bored of that theme tune.
No, love it every time, and I'll probably open the show saying how much I love it every time. Good morning, how are you?
Good. 2 whingy dogs and 1 dog that just puked, just so everyone knows, just say clear. So yeah, they're a bit whingy, but they were whingy last night in the training, so I don't think they're like me working upstairs. There's something about it. They're not happy.
They don't like the change of location.
No, they much prefer working upstairs. Don't you, Oreo?
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a topic on change. We'll do that in a few weeks, and then we can invite the dogs on.
Hey, it'll be the highest ranking one we have because everyone loves dogs.
Yeah. Oh,
come on.
I just want to say, and I've put it out there as into the group, and how good yesterday was. I mean, I say how good it was. It wasn't 100 out of 100 on the Richter scale, but it was a higher performing day than I've had in a while. And actually, it started off in a really on a really low vibe, but certain things happened, and it's amazing that if you've got things hanging over your head, just things that I wanted to go and see the family. I hadn't seen them for a few days, and it was clearly on my mind. And I went and visited, and I drove an hour to see them for an hour, to drive back an hour, and it
that's you then.
That's me, it's wife cooking breakfast. But
I can say, we've got 9 minutes before your breakfast.
The way that was lifted, if you will, was just a good buzz. So if you've ever got anything on your mind, take action on it. Don't wait, because it really lifted me yesterday. Then we caught up. That lifted me. There was just then a series of positive things, and as I say, it was, as I mentioned to the guys this morning in our TX program and Transform 365 program, I'm bottling up what I did yesterday, and I say it all the time: find what works and repeat it. And I'm going to repeat that today and tomorrow, and see if I can improve 1%.
Oreo agrees, mate. He's fully on board with your program.
I just wanted to open the show with that, because it's, I think, an affirmation, a confirmation of how good yesterday was, in terms of just lifting the spirits a little bit. And
it was, and I agree. I think yesterday, again, challenging day. Really challenging. I can't believe it was like 10 o'clock again before I finished. But Tuesdays are like that anyway because of training. But it was a full-on day. Quite in-depth coaching call yesterday, which can sometimes be quite draining.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the after effects, because when you're looking at emotional eating issues and what are driving people, sometimes it can be quite of a challenge, and supporting people can be equally as draining. But I think yesterday was a great lift for us. We got connected again, and I think it's just I think bottle the success and move it forward, I think, is the way.
Yeah.
And I think when we talk about last night in the training with the guys in the TX program, because it was module 8, it was a recap, and I think because we'd done such in-depth subjects like limiting beliefs, like failure and the fear of failure, like discipline, you could just plow on ahead and go, just do the course, read it, implement it. But sometimes you got to take a step back with people and go, right, you actually understand what we said? Because I think in that session we're asking people, and they go, again, they're going, well, I've got this belief, I've got, we did training 3 weeks ago, and even now it's still cropping up that people are still holding on to their limiting beliefs, and they're still holding on to that. I can't make this change. Life's too difficult. Life's too hard. What if I make the change? And then it was like, it's a lovely segue, because we went from limiting beliefs into fear of failure, and they're almost creating that failure because they're going, well, I can never do this ever.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what the hell are you in our program for?
Yeah.
What the hell are you here in this program if you don't feel you can make the change?
Yeah, you've got to have that. You've got to have that want to make a change. It doesn't come easy. It's not going to come immediately. And that's why we do these sessions. We don't just insert them, for the good of our health, but rather because we understand, we've been there. That's the whole idea, is we're going to speed up the process. But to do that, you've got to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Because some people will get it, some people will get it straight away, and they're like, okay, I've got to start working at this. And others will take a little bit of time to realize and for the penny to drop. And everybody gets it at a different point. But you've definitely got to have an element of I want to make a difference. I want to change, and you want to start You want to start, reversing those beliefs that you have, these limiting beliefs, and starting to have positive beliefs, positive thoughts.
I think again, so people on journey, doing this whole process with the team and that, and going through that, I've been looking at my recovery, and it's like going. It's interesting when you start questioning those limiting beliefs, because when you're starting to do that sort of self-inventory of yourself, and you're going, right, okay, why have I done this? Why have I done that? Who did I do that to? And all these things start cropping up, and it's like, if you're never going to address them, they're never going to go away, are they? They're just going to keep festering underneath. And I think with these, with the guys we were talking yesterday, that fear of failure, the way people just talk themselves down. It's just like the whole thing, you're going to set yourself up to fail. Yeah, absolutely, because you keep talking yourself down. You never, if you don't put yourself out of your comfort zone and try these things, you just. But I get a bit sick, right? I'm going to go a bit of a rant, Dom, so I apologise. I know you got breakfast. I have a 2-minute rant. I get sick to the back teeth of hearing people going, oh, it's always done to me. Oh, it's to me. Oh, it's like, for fiddle's sake, right? Yeah, life is tough. Life is crap at times, right? But you got to take action and make these things, because you can spend your life having stuff done to you, or you can go, enough's enough. You may have had 8 years. You may have done. I had really 20 odd years of stuff being done to me until I realised I need to stop this.
Yeah.
I need to get out. I need to change it. But I could have spent the next 20 years going, yeah, well, that's my lot. That's what I've got to put up with, And I get a bit sick of hearing people go on about it. It really does get on my.
You're so right, and you've got two ways of looking at this, and this has an effect on limiting beliefs and fears and discipline and everything else that we talked about in training with the Transform X guys last night. Or you certainly did. And you've got two ways of looking at it. You can look at it at a to me level, that it's happening to me, in a negative mindset, in a fixed mindset. The world is hitting on me, and why me, to me, or you can look at it in the positive sense, and this is positive. It's happening for you. So what is it? What's happening, and why is it happening for you? What can you learn from it? What can you take from it? And that is then a growth mindset. That's an expansion. That's that's being in the present and taking. That's focusing on the stuff that I'll talk about in my session on Thursday with the 365 program and Transform X program guys. Is looking at the gratitude piece. That's a growth. That's a growth mindset. Looking at focusing on the present and taking the lessons from it. So yeah, you're so right. You've got to shift away from this to me. I mean, you don't have to. You can do what the hell you want. But if you don't, you can sit in a negative mindset for as long as you don't.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to do that, don't bother coming to us.
Yeah, no. We're not. You're not ready for us. You're not ready for a transformation yet. If you're in that negative to me, and you're not willing to accept that you've got to make progress, you've got to start shifting. It's not an instant switch. It's not overnight. Things will take time. But if you're not willing to accept and willing to start thinking in a different manner, in a growth mindset, in an acceptance.
Gets on my goat when people think, yeah, I paid the money for the course, I want instant changes. Well, I'm not being funny, buddy, but if you've been living this lifestyle for for 10 years and you want it to change in like 2 weeks, good luck to you.
Yeah.
That is what, again, gets on my goat. People want this instant fix.
Yeah.
They've been pissing around for 10, 15, 20 years, right? And they want an instant fix. I paid the money, I want results.
unfortunately, it's, you know, they missed a few levels in the psychosocial development early on in life. Shit was going on. It was tough. I get it, because I've been there. You've been there. Shit was tough. And as the curve goes up, you know, as the line goes up in life, this progress that we're meant to make, and we're meant to pick up the lessons as well. And we forget we didn't pick them up, because we had too much other shit going on around us. So then you get to the end of you get to the top of the ladder, and you haven't picked up all the lessons. And because you haven't picked up all the lessons, you now become impatient.
Yeah.
And that's what we end up with. I was there. I am that person. I'm still impatient in some ways. I have to work on, my thing is working on if it seems like a quick fix, I'm not accepting it, because it's probably going to be bad for me. And that's where, you've got to realize that these quick fixes, you want them because you missed out on so many lessons, but you can't fucking cheat the system. You can't beat it.
No. And well, you keep trying to cheat it, and guess what? You hand your money over, you fail, you start another program. That's why we keep seeing people who bounced around from this program to that program to this book to that self-help course, and then they're going, because guess what? They buy it and they expect to have those results. They expect, but they're not under. As you said, you hit the nail on the head, right? If you've been on a journey for 10 years, right, but you're still in the first year, all you've done is repeat your first year 10 times.
Yeah.
Because you haven't learned anything. And if you've spent your life being a one-dimensional person, whether it's you're one-dimensional in your mindset, you're one-dimensional in your physical health, you're one-dimensional in your beliefs, you're one-dimensional in how you look, all of those things, and you're doing it for other people and not doing it for yourself, guess what? You're going to fail. You then come to us. It's like, I want these results. Well, yeah, but we need to go back to the very bloody beginning, because you've fucked yourself for the last 10 years. I'm sorry, I'm on a rant today because it's really my go.
But it's so true. And if you buy a quick fix, you're going to buy twice. You're going to buy 3 times, because quick fixes are just that. They'll fix you for a moment.
Yeah.
They don't fucking fix you for a long time. So get it right. Buy the process. Buy once.
And invest in what you're doing.
Invest in where you want to get to. Yeah.
And
you need discipline. And that sort of touches on the last part of your teachings from last night, of habits and discipline. You've got to start instilling the right habits that will give you the education that you missed out on in early life. So you become patient, you're living in the moment, and you instill discipline in your life. You only get things through creating positive habits. Discipline, being disciplined in positive habits, and not taking on the quick fix.
Everyone has negative ones. And when we talk about people keep having binge eating episodes, right? Guess what? That's because they've got a negative habit, because they are working on all these things, and then guess what? It goes wrong, because they are creating the environment for them to binge, because they do all these things wrong.
Yeah.
They don't follow the program. They don't follow the plan. They're trying to get shortcuts, and then guess what? They'll get to the end of the day and they'll go, that hasn't worked. Okay, I'm going to binge, because everything else around me has been done to me. I'm going, right, that's it. I'm hitting the pizza. I'm hitting the chocolate. I'm going to overeat because it hasn't worked out again today.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can tell I'm a bit animated today.
But it's good, because we get it all the time. And if you want in, and you've got to be willing to make some changes. You've got to be willing to buy once, to go in for the process. No quick fix going to sort this out.
And by the way, I've noticed I'm going grey. Oh,
mate.
That's proper grey.
You're blessed at 50 to be going grey.
Yeah. 49, please.
Well, yeah. The year. 50th year.
50th year, yeah. So anyway, but on a lighter note, I quite like being a unicorn. I think that's my new thing. I'm going to be.
Yeah, man. If anyone, I'd love to see if people have watched that show of you dancing around as a unicorn. Fucking.
Yeah. What was funny is John, who was trying to take it serious, he was hanging from too much whiskey the night before. And he's trying to give me instructions, but obviously in these suits, one, he could barely breathe because he was dying. And then he's trying to give me instructions, and I couldn't hear a word. So I was just like going, 1, 2, right, that's 4 there. I thought, I'll just freestyle it. So basically, I just jumped around for half an hour. Anyway, you got your breakfast to go. And I bet you it's fantastic. I'm glad you're upstairs for a change, because I get really narked when I see Sarah cooking in the background, and then there's amazing food comes, I'm going to go and have my porridge and go, yum, yum. And you're going to have probably a bagel with some avocado and some bacon.
No, today we're having the best.
You having dog breakfast today?
We're having the best fluffy pancakes with streaky bacon, bananas, maple syrup. Yeah. It's Wife Wednesday.
I know it is. But if Sarah's made too many, just let me know and I'll pop round and get them.
There's no such thing as too many in this.
I know, precisely. I thought I'll get in there early. I'll be right now.
It'll certainly all be going in my fitness pal, that's for sure. I'm
gonna have to message Sarah and say next time, can you just make a few more? Because I would love some pancakes. Anyway. By the way, Idris loves pancakes as well, just so she knows. Because you might make them for the dog, but not me. Anyway, look, you have a great.
I'm going to sign off. I've just done that on LinkedIn. Yeah. So
have a great Wife Wednesday, and so we haven't got anybody tomorrow, have we?
No, we haven't. So that hour.
Yeah.
Yes, the guests don't really need to know this, but they can listen anyway. That hour we'll come up with season 2's plan.
Cool.
I've got a plan. I've got an idea.
I've got a plan for some outstanding guests as well.
Awesome. I think we'll do something a little bit different in season 2.
Yes. Listen to us at Media Moguls season 2.
Awesome.
So anyway, is this the end of season 1 of the Morning Boost then? Are we going to move to season 2?
Morning Boost doesn't end. Morning Boost is here forever.
I'm glad you said that because I love the theme tune. I wrote the theme tune. I sing the theme tune. Anyway, have a fantastic day. Everybody, if you're watching this on replay on LinkedIn or on Facebook, please do #replay like the good Paul Tinker did yesterday. Thank you, Paul.
Yes, thanks, Paul.
And if you are watching this on YouTube, please listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast provider. Leave us a review because we're good guys and we really like the feedback. So, great Wednesday. We will be back on Friday for the Morning Boost, a wrap-up of the week, a bit of fire, a bit of motivation, and a bit of good feel-good Friday as well. So we will see you on Friday. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great Thursday. TX guys and T365 guys, be ready for Thursday's training. It is going to be fire because Mr. Don Boyd is ready to launch some bombs.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, guys. Adios.